Have you ever felt the need for a refuge and strength in times of trouble? Psalm 46, a sacred hymn from the book of Psalms, offers just that. This ancient text is a beacon of hope, a testament to the unyielding comfort and strength that can be found even amidst life's greatest trials. It speaks of a God who is ever present, a refuge that remains steadfast though the earth may quake and the mountains crumble. Today we will delve into each verse of Psalm 46 and uncover its profound meanings. The psalm begins with a powerful statement: God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. These words paint a vivid picture of God as our protector, our safe haven, and our source of strength. This idea is further emphasized through the use of metaphors that depict unsettling scenarios, the earth being moved or mountains being carried into the sea. Even when the waters roar and are troubled, when the mountains shake, the psalm assures us of God's unwavering presence. These verses are not just words, they are an assurance, a promise that in times of great upheaval and trouble, we are not alone. God, in all his might, is with us, offering us his protection, his strength, and his help. These verses remind us that in face of any calamity we should not fear, for we have God as our refuge and strength. Moving on to verses 4 to 7, the psalm takes a turn towards hope and reassurance. The imagery of a river is introduced, its streams bringing joy to the city of God, the most sacred place of the Most High. This symbolizes the blessings and peace that flow from the divine into our lives, making our spirits glad. In the midst of it all stands God, ensuring stability. It's as if to say, "She shall not be moved." This reinforces the idea that with God in our lives, we can stand strong against any storm. The verses then shift to a scene of chaos where the heathen rage and kingdoms are in turmoil. Yet with a mere utterance from God, the earth melts. This conveys God's supreme power and control over all situations, providing us with a refuge during times of trouble. These verses indicate that with God's presence, there is peace, stability, and protection against all odds. The final verses of Psalm 46 carry a powerful message of peace and recognition of God's supremacy. They begin with a call to observe. "Come, behold the works of the Lord," the verses beckon. This is an invitation to truly see the magnitude of his creations, to witness the immense power and grandeur of his works, to marvel at the vastness and complexity of all that he has crafted. These verses then shift, painting a picture of God's might as a force for peace. "He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth," the psalmist writes. Imagine that, the power to halt conflict, to dispel unrest, to bring about tranquility. God is presented here not only as a creator, but also as a peacemaker, wielding his power to bring serenity where once there was strife. Finally, we are given a command: "Be still and know that I am God." These words are an invitation to surrender, to let go of our own attempts to control and instead recognize and accept God's authority, his sovereignty. It's a call to quiet our minds, to silence our worries, and to find peace in the knowledge of his supremacy. In sum, these verses invite us to pause, recognize God's power, and find peace in his presence. They emphasize the comfort and assurance that comes from understanding his might and surrendering to his divine will. Now that we've explored Psalm 46, how can we apply its messages in our daily lives? Psalm 46 communicates themes of refuge, strength, peace, and the recognition of God's power. These themes serve as guiding lights in our daily lives. When we find ourselves in tumultuous times, we can remember that God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. This thought alone can instill a sense of calm and hopefulness within us. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to forget the peace that comes from acknowledging God's omnipotence. This psalm encourages us to be still, to quiet our minds and hearts, and recognize him as God. In doing so, we find peace amidst chaos. This daily application of Psalm 46 is a gentle reminder of God's sovereignty over everything, and of our place within his grand design. Remember, in every situation, the God of Jacob is our refuge, and he is always with us. Selah. Amen.